Hello, hello. Hey, how are you guys doing? You know, if you schedule something to be delivered to your house on the day that you're going to do Facebook Live, that they're going to come when you're going to be doing Facebook Live. And I thought I was home free too, because they came, they delivered, they left, and then I realized they had forgotten their drill. So I had to call them and have them come back again to pick up the drill, and that was what messed us up. That was when they're like, well, we'll be there in 10 minutes. I'm like, great. Right about the time I'm supposed to be doing my Facebook Live. But it all worked out. I'm here. I hope you're here. I'm so sorry for being late. I apologize. But how are you doing today? I see Diana's here and Amy's here. It's so nice to see you guys hop on. I am Pam Barnhill. I am a homeschool mom of 3. Hello, Dawn Garrett. Dawn Garrett's my right-hand lady. She's going to be dropping links for us today. And I have 3 homeschooling podcasts. I have the Homeschool Solution Show, which is an audio blog of the best homeschool content on the web, streaming straight to your earbuds every Friday. I have the Homeschool Snapshots podcast, where we interview homeschoolers about their days. It's a lot of fun conversations, all about 30 minutes long. And then, hey, Juliana, how are you? And then I have the, which one did I forget? Your Morning Basket podcast, which is all about morning time in your homeschool. So it is so nice that you're joining me here. And this is our series. We're almost done with it, guys. We're going to have to come up with some ideas for July. Actually, don't fear. We have a few ideas for July, things that we're going to talk about. But let me see. Step 9 in the planning process. So we, for the past 9 or 10 weeks, have been talking all about homeschool planning and the process you go through when you're creating your plans. And we're on step 9 now. And today is all about record keeping. So that's what we're going to be talking about. And we're going to be talking about one specific part of record keeping. And I think it's a part that you guys are going to find. It's one of those problem areas that we're going to be talking about. But we're not covering everything that's covered in the Plan Your Year guide, where I talk about record keeping. In there, I talk a lot about what are the requirements of your state, how do you keep up with those requirements, what things do you need to keep or not keep, how do you need to build a portfolio, and lots of different ideas about record keeping in the Plan Your Year kit. And I want to remind you that the kit right now is available. We have a bonus that is going on through July 2nd. And through July 2nd, if you buy the kit, you get our student planners for free. There are 4 different versions of the student planner, 4 different designs. So the pages inside the planner are the same, but the designs on them. So we wanted to appeal to lots of different kinds of kids with the 4 different designs. And so you get the 4 different designs of planner and the audio workshop, all about teaching your kid to use the planner and the steps you go through to get them to use that and to become a little more independent in their homeschool. And that's completely free right now if you buy Plan Your Year before July 2nd. And if you're wondering, well, I've been thinking about this Plan Your Year thing and I'm just not sure, I'd like to know exactly what's in it, we have a video for you. It just went up on the Facebook page today, and Dawn is going to link to it here in the comments. And basically it's a tour. I walk you through everything that is in Plan Your Year and show you what makes it different from other homeschool planners that are out there. And so I walk you through the whole thing. I show you some of the forms. I show you how you can type in them, some of the audio that's available, the different steps in the kit, and everything in that particular video. So Dawn has just put that link up there for you, and you can watch that if you wanted a little more information. Okay, so we are talking today about kids' artwork. So yeah, it's not exactly, it's actually more of a fun version of record keeping. It's not the kind of boring ho-hum, I have to turn things into the state kind of record keeping. But keeping up with kids' artwork is one of those things that is a little difficult. It is because, okay, so Amy's saying you keep your kids' artwork. kind of. I have one Rubbermaid container, one, and every year or two, I go through that Rubbermaid container and choose the most special, the most precious that I want to keep, and keep it. But if it gets too full, if it gets too full, I have to clear it out and let it go. But I think it's good to keep some of your kids' artwork. Yes, let's mail it to Grandma. Perfect idea. Go ahead and send some of it to Grandma and Great Aunt Bertie and Uncle Joe and all of that stuff. So yes, send it out of the house when you can. Bless other people with it, most definitely. But you're probably going to want to keep a few pieces. And I think the best way to do that is to have a finite amount of space. And so, like myself, I have the Rubbermaid container. That is something I use, and I cannot extend past the limits of my Rubbermaid container. If I do, I have to go through there and I have to make some really hard decisions. Dawn, on the other hand, has these really fabulous art portfolios. And once again, this is a finite space that's available for her kids to put things in. And so if they run out of room in this art portfolio, they have to throw some things away and to make room for new things. And one of the other things Dawn likes about it, it's an oversized art portfolio. This is from Hearth Song, right, Dawn? It's an oversized art portfolio, so larger pieces will fit down in there, and it's also got a display board. Each of our kids has their own, and they can store things in there, and it's the kind of thing that lays flat, and it'll slide up behind like a bookcase or an entertainment center or slide under a bed. So art portfolios are a really good thing that you could use, and yes, it has limits, Amy. So that's a couple of ideas. Another idea, and somebody has already mentioned this, somebody said take pictures. Yes, and this works really great with 3D things, okay? Juliana, sometimes the student makes decisions. Sometimes my students are like all psyched about making something, and then 2 weeks later they could care less. So I do not bring it up again and ask them. If they have forgotten and it has gone away, I snap a picture and let it go. But especially 3D things, okay? So 3D things, it's wonderful. Use the camera on your phone, use a regular camera, use whatever you need to use, and snap a picture of that artwork. Okay, so I have some people talking about an app called Keepy. I am not familiar with Keepy, but it sounds like it would be worth checking out. One that I am familiar with is an app called Archive. And yeah, I'm not sure what the comparisons are between the two. So Keepy, Archive, a couple of things you could try. Something else I want to tell you about, Evernote. Evernote is completely free. It's not even an app you have to download. And there is a homeschooling mom. She's actually an unschooling mom. Her name is Sue Elvis. And she has a very extensive kind of set of tutorials on how you can use Evernote to create a journal of your homeschool. Now, she's an unschooler and she comes at this from a very unschooly attitude, but honestly, I think that this is brilliant for just about any kind of homeschooler. Any kind of homeschooler at all, to to keep this kind of journal of learning, because a lot of learning that we do, is not on a piece of paper. A lot of learning that we do comes from taking a trip. So if you could imagine taking a field trip to Colonial Williamsburg or your local Civil War battlefield, if you want to be less glamorous, or we have not too far from our house some caverns. So let's say you go visit these caverns and you take a lot of pictures, and when you come back, your child gives you an oral narration of what it was like to visit the caverns, and you type it up. Evernote is a great place to put this, and you can save it in a notebook for this year, and you have a record of it. And you can scan in any artwork that they have or snap pictures of any 3D things, add their notes to it. You could add video links in there as well, so if they recite a poem, You could put the video in there and also pictures of their 3D projects. And you've got this wonderful journal. The more I'm talking about, the more I'm like, why am I not doing this? You've got a wonderful journal of their homeschool experience, and because you can add the video in there, you know, the video you shot of them competing at the karate tournament or swimming at the swim meet and receiving their medal, it all can be kept in this one kind of digital location. It's saved to the cloud. God forbid if anything were ever to happen to your house, you would still have it. So there's just a kind of something to think about when it comes to doing the Evernote thing. Okay, somebody mentioned that their kids love looking at their artwork. If you have one of those smart TVs or a photo frame of, you know, like the digital photo frames, they don't seem to be as big as what they used to be anymore. I think people just like run the pictures on their TV. But, you know, set it up so the screensaver on your TV or in your digital photo frame or something like that displays your kids' artwork. How cool is that? You have friends over, you're entertaining, you're practicing some hospitality, turn on the TV, and your kid gets to see that their artwork is what's scrolling up there as you have visitors in the house. Play it at Christmas and Thanksgiving. And so, you know, snap these pictures, scan these pictures. I have a scanner on my phone. You could also use a flatbed scanner to scan these and put these in there. And John Garrett says, or you can blog it. Yeah. You could also blog things, and that's, you know, then we get into like, well, is it secret or is it not secret, and things like that, and you could set your settings so it's secret. I don't think people blog as much anymore as they keep notebooks, but which is kind of sad in a way, because we all used to go around and read each other's blogs and see what everybody else was doing. So just a few ideas there. Just to recap, if you're going to keep physical things, set limits. Pare down. You're going to have 100 cute things, but next year you're going to have 100 more cute things, so you need to like get it down to 50 cute things from each year or less. And then take pictures of lots of things, save things in notebooks, getting copies where they're outside of your home and they're safe from any kind of accident or anything that could ever happen. Backups of your backups. That's always a good thing. Oh, another idea that is really good. It's one of those like, why have I not been doing this idea? The people who have gotten Gmail accounts for their kids when they were really young, and they email them notes, photos, you know, you could even email your kids copies of their artwork, copies of their schoolwork, everything like that. And when, you know, they're 18, you turn the account over to them, and they have this entire Gmail account full of emails from you through all the years, and you've passed this off to them. I mean, you could certainly do it with an Evernote notebook, but emailing them things, and that gives you the opportunity, something you might not do in a digital notebook, but you might do an email, would be just, you know, my daughter's at camp this week, and I've been missing her a lot. And just thinking about how special she is to me, how nice it is to have her around in the evening. So just being able to like open up an email right here where I'm sitting and working when I'm thinking about her, and shooting off a little message to her and sending it to her email account, and knowing that that's something she would find one day and read, you know, that's kind of special. So I think I need to do that. But anyway, lots of good ideas. Kind of one of the more fun parts of record keeping, but I hope that you found something helpful here. So we will be back next week talking about step 10, which is, I'm almost certain, plan your day. We get down to the nitty gritty of an actual day in your homeschool. And just to let you know, we started last week. Kristen, hello girl, you need to come and visit me. Just last week, we started posting these on the blog. So we went back to the very beginning, and we started with step 1, and that went up on the blog last week. Step 2 went up this week, and so over the next 10 weeks, we're posting all 10 of these steps on the blog, and so there will be a record of them. So if you go to pambarnhill.com and you go to the blog, and on the sidebar, there's a section that says Homeschool Solutions TV. So these will end up being the last 10 that are on there. So we've got all of these together for you. We're posting them and rolling them out there, and they're on YouTube as well. So you can always find them here on Facebook, but you know, sometimes it's hard to look for things on Facebook in the video section, so we're hoping to make it easier for you on the blog. And I had something else I was going to say, and I just completely forgot what it was. Oh well. Oh, step 8. So we've got to, no, step 7. We've got to re-record step 7 because Facebook ate it for some reason. Like it was there for 4 or 5 hours and then just poof, it disappeared. And so I think Dawn and I are going to try to do that tomorrow while my boys are still at Lego camp and my girl is still gone. And so we haven't decided on a time yet, but at some point tomorrow we will jump on the Facebook page and record again. Dawn, just throw up a time there because I'm free all day. We'll jump back on and do it again, step 7, which was about building a book list. And so we'll have that step as well. So you guys have an awesome week, and yeah, enjoy.